What's good? What's good, everybody? Welcome back to another episode of The Urban Platform Speaks. Make sure to like and subscribe as you come into the channel. Check out the content. And with that being said, I want to speak on this situation and these trades that went on with Luka, Anthony Davis, and mainly just I want to speak on mainly just the Luka situation and LeBron. Right? Why did like these two guys are being will probably be affected more so than anybody else with these trades, right? And like in my opinion, this trade is more so about money, and it's about like how the NBA looks right now to the public and the ratings and everything, right? Like that with the NBA, the ratings being down, and so I think, in my opinion, I think the owners and a lot of people blame LeBron James and players like Luka Doncic for the ratings in the NBA being down. And so what I mean by that is that when you have players like LeBron James is the one who started like this player empowerment uh situation, right? With empowering players. And so the owners and the commissioner are coming to realize that like this player empowerment situation is not benefiting the NBA. The ratings are down, but these players are getting paid a ton of money. Um, you can't get Luka Doncic to come to preseason or come into camp. You can't get him to come in shape. LeBron James, and LeBron James is coming in on the tail end of his career, but like throughout his career, LeBron James has really he dropped the ball. Like this is the like LeBron James is the first generation of basketball players since Magic and Bird came in to not leave the league or raise the league to another level. As a matter of fact, ratings and everything has slipped since LeBron James, he since he's been in the league or since he's been like really placed in control or been handed the baton. So under his watch, the league has slipped. And I think the owners, because of what LeBron James represent, the owners and like I said, the fans and everybody resent what LeBron James stand for and what he has brought to the game. Um, you have a guy in LeBron James who is probably like most people say that LeBron James is a billionaire, right? And so LeBron James has had a nutritionist, um, a physical trainer. He invests so much money into his body and staying healthy, but yet throughout his career, up until a few years ago, LeBron James used to do the load managing thing, and you know, um, and so that's not really the payback that owners and fans was expecting. If you look at the history of the basketball league, um, you know, Kobe, not well, Kobe. When Kobe left the game, Kobe he went out, because of injuries and I forgot what kind of injuries. I don't know if it was a meniscus or an Achilles, but Kobe went out because of injuries. Michael Jordan, in his last days as playing in the NBA, Michael Jordan, after every game, he had to have his knees drained because his knees were swollen. Uh, Scottie Pippen had back problems. Um, Magic Johnson went out because he had medical, for medical reasons. Uh, Larry Bird had issues with his Achilles. Isaiah Thomas went out because he had injuries. And then now here comes LeBron, who plays 20 years and he barely had an ingrown nail. And so, what that says to owners and to the fans, well, mainly to the owners, let's like take the owners. They see you playing 20 years plus, and they don't see the same sweat, and they don't see the same the sacrifices and putting your body all in there like for the past generations has done. They don't get that from Luka, and they don't get that from LeBron. Like I said, LeBron James today looks like he's in better shape than he was, when he came into the league at what, 18 years old. So that's to the owners, that's not a good look. They want to see you, you know, right or wrong. They want to see you like, go out like the rest of the basketball players with, like out of gas. They want to see you go out of gas. They want to know that you have given it your all. You know what I mean? They want to see that you have put the blood, the sweat, and the tears in it. And so that's why they say that, like, for instance, the All-Star game, the All-Star game is like they can't, it's like they're not competing. And so they have went to LeBron James and other players and asked them, to see if they can turn it up a notch and get these guys to compete. And it was said that LeBron James was looking at, whoever gave the speech was trying to motivate LeBron James and the rest of the All-Stars to compete and put forth a better effort out there. So LeBron James went out there, just kind of looked at him side eyes and just kind of blew him off. Then they go out there on the court. The All-Stars go out there on the court and play no defense and almost score 400 points. And so that's not good. That's not a good look for the NBA. So this move right here, what I think is going to is meant to shake up the NBA. If you had a chance to see like the reaction from other players around the league, like for instance, when Kevin Durant and Devin Booker found out, and you look at that Phoenix Suns bench and they was looking and found out that those trades were made, they couldn't believe it. Right. You could just see by the expression on their face, and they was going back and forth, and other players was asking, was this true? They couldn't believe it. But with that being said, they also understand the implications behind this kind of move. But Kevin Durant even said, like, if somebody like Luka, 25 years old, one of the best players in the league, can be traded, what does that say about the league? Like, it's and he said it's all business. It has always been all business, but the owners are really trying to send a message to the rest of the league that they are not going to tolerate this anymore, as far as this player empowerment, especially when you have a situation where player empowerment do not benefit the league. It don't benefit the fans. um Luka, they couldn't get Luka to come in shape. Luka is coming in, at 270 pounds, 6'8", 270 pounds. You couldn't get Luka to play any defense. So this right here was about money. It's about sending a message to the players around the league. And I know a lot of people say, well, by LeBron James being at the tail end of his career, he probably only had like another year left, or maybe two at the most. I think I think they're really going to make an example of LeBron. Like I said in an earlier video that LeBron James, once he retire and he leaves the NBA and he no longer has any leverage, I think this is going to be, that's when everything is really going to come out, as far as like, people, his enemies and stuff coming at him. Clutch, what are they called? Clutch management or clutch sports. I think they are going to lose their leverage, because basically the leverage that Clutch had was based on the leverage that LeBron James had as a player. The reason why they were able to get these players and sign these players to Clutch is because LeBron James was the biggest name in basketball. But now that you don't have LeBron James in there, and then certain people feel like LeBron James, with his player empowerment, has left the NBA in a in a weaker state than it was when he got it. I think Clutch is going to pay for that. Also, with the situation with LeBron bringing his son into the league, I think again it's going to be some ramifications, for all that stuff. But for those moves, and I think that what happens is they don't want this stuff to hit the fan while LeBron James is playing, right? And so that's why I think that you know this move right here, it was about the players um realizing and getting the message like who really runs this place, and the owners really sent that message. It's not just about Dallas and Los Angeles. It's about the NBA sending a message to the players that we run this, and you are going to play. You're going to play a certain kind of way. You have so many young guys in the league now that are really coming up that look good, and they don't want to continue this trend with guys like guys like not playing but getting paid. You have Joel Embiid, Zion Williams, Ben Simmons, Markel Fultz. You have so many guys. Now, back in the day when the players played more games, you didn't have this many um big name ball players going out on injury or not playing different games, and a player man what is it? Uh Taking off certain games and stuff like that. You didn't have that back in the day. Those guys back in the 80s and the 90s and the early 2000s tried to play every game. Unless they were really seriously injured, they tried to play every game. So I think the NBA is going to try to get back to that. Um, they couldn't, and this is the way that they are going to do it. They really couldn't, um, like start finding players or, this was the only way that they really could do it was to send a message to two of the bigger names in the, use these two big names in the sport as an example of what can happen. Like you got, like I said, LeBron is at the tail end of his career. So like there you're gonna see like the ramifications and the repercussions once LeBron leaves the NBA. As long as he's playing in the NBA, I think LeBron will be safe, which he only have like a year or two left. Like I said, he'll be safe from the repercussions of the way he has conducted himself in the NBA. But Luca, on the other hand, I think Luca will have the opportunity. If he takes it, Luca will have an opportunity to turn his career around with the Lakers, and maybe, you know, um, he won't suffer as severe a consequence. He like this is for Luca, this is like a smack on the wrist, basically. This is a smack on the wrist. They sending him to the to the Lakers. And if Luca can turn it around, start coming, in shape and taking his conditioning seriously, more serious, then it'll be a slap on the wrist for Luca. He did lose. I'm thinking what they said, like 116 or 119 $1 million. Yeah, 116 $1 million he lost because he couldn't re-sign with Dallas. But like I said, for Luca, it'll be a smack on the wrist. But you know, if you're not playing and you lolly, you half stepping, the NBA don't want to see that. They had too many ball players back in the day who just played until the wheels fell off. And now you have these guys who are becoming billionaires. Like I said, LeBron barely even have a ingrown toenail, and then and now LeBron is talking about he wants a team. He wants a team in Las Vegas, like an expansion team. And they probably, these owners like expansion team. You must be out your mind. This situation, and I like LeBron. I'm not saying this um to really because I don't like LeBron. But business don't work like that. Like the history of the league don't work like that. The NBA basketball used to be like in the 70s, it was they was known for like having a whole bunch of alcoholics and guys getting high and all that stuff. And they cleaned it up in the 80s with, like I said, with Magic Johnson and Larry Bird. They just started to clean it up. Then here come Mike Jordan, and they cleaned it up. Now you have a situation with player empowerment, and they are going to clean up the NBA again, because you're messing with each one of these franchises in the NBA is worth probably billions of dollars. And so they're not going to let somebody, somebody come in and mess their money up like that. They just not going to do it. And you know, they're going to find ways to really correct people's their actions and everything. And so this is where it starts at. That's why, like I said, NBA players around the league, they probably won't say it publicly, but this was a message to all of them. And you can see by the way they was acting, their response to this trade, because it really shocked them. But I think it's more to come as far as like how the NBA are going to how the NBA is going to treat their players. Like that, it's they trying to write, basically what I'm saying is they're going to change this league and get it to where it's more competitive. And if you're not putting that blood, sweat, and tears into the NBA like they want you to, then you're not going to be around. They're going to get you out of there, and they're going to find ways to get their money back. So, and they are professionals at that. They're going to find ways. I don't care how much money you make during your NBA career. They know how to get that money back. And so, yeah, it's like you can holler. LeBron is a billionaire. Luka is well on his way to being a billionaire. But if you don't put forth that effort, they'll find ways to get that money back. And so that's my take on it. Make sure to like and subscribe. Also, leave a comment. Let me know what you think about what I said. Do you agree, or do you think that it's just as simple as they changing of the guard, as far as they want to get LeBron, get Luka in there because they know that LeBron is on his last legs? But it's more serious than that. This thing is not just about Luka and LeBron. It's about all those ball players in the league who feel like they're empowered, who feel like they are entitled, and they are trying to really just not putting forth the effort that the fans want, not putting forth the effort that excuse me, not putting forth the effort that the owners think they should put forth. And so, and they get ready rectify all that. So don't forget to leave a comment, and I will check you all out in the next video. Peace.